ASL. Getting started on Dusk Towers. This is the loser's match between this player, the Orange Terran, Frenetic Arrays Seither.
And way up top here, in beautiful baby blue, it's our third player from Just Gaming, SteAdfaSt.
All right, so nice. Looks like Reaper opening again for our lovely Australian player, which we always like to see. And SteAdfaSt taking a nice middle of the road hatch pool. Probably gas into second hatch, but you never, ever quite know. You can get into these fun little scenarios with the roaches on 2 base.
Yeah, can get a bit crazy. Or he could have gone a little bit more economical and maybe gone to that third hatch before the gas, but I mean, link speed really helps out against Reapers. If you're facing up against a mass Reaper, can be deadly in Legs to the Void, and you don't want to be caught with your pants down.
Even just getting that first Reaper out of your face can be really critical, and that pool timing as well. I mean, we don't see a lot of 2 hatch before pool in this matchup because of that. I feel getting that spawning pool down allows you to get the queens up, which are the real deterrents for those Reapers, because if you only have slow lings, the Reapers are going to be able to kite you all day and then eventually wear through you and get down into those drone kills. So getting the queens up, really critical, so that pool timing will be as such. 4 lings and a couple of queens coming out as well. Only 2 in gas, so we'll have to see what the plan is for that.
I think that's actually more than he's had previously, though. I feel like most of the time...
yeah, usually 1.
Gone down to 1 in gas, yeah. So, a little bit interesting. Slight deviation. Gives that extra little bit of gas. And, yeah, as you said, you see this Reaper whittling away at those Zerglings before the Queen has to come off to try and force it away. And SteAdfaSt could maybe have actually used that to jump his Queen closer to the Reaper.
Forward.
And actually hit off, but whatever.
Yeah, I think that move is one of those counterintuitive things that takes a little while before players start realizing it's there. It's like the corrosive biles. Initially, everyone was like, oh my god, corrosive biles, go backward. And then all of a sudden, people realize, like, wait a minute. Corrosive biles, go forward and kill them all. You can do either one, and it works out just as well if you got the numbers. So I think we will be seeing that move when it is situationally appropriate. Work its way in. These couple of lings might buy enough time for the oh no. Not enough. Queen should be able to zone out this Reaper, but it is going to be really annoying as this third base attempts to get down.
Here's a question for you, Jack. Does KDA charge block a building?
That is an awesome question. I would imagine yes, but I'm not sure. That's not one of the things that I've tested. I am oftentimes solid with the obscure knowledge, but whoa, just barely. He was at the edge of the cliff, like I'm gonna be free, and then the claw reaches into his jetpack and explodes him. And he's like, no. And that's the end of that Reaper.
Rip the Reaper man. But yeah, Seither's going up to those Liberators. Going to try and deny a couple of bases of mining. Dust Tower's decent map to do it on because there's that third base as well as the main base. And even the natural, if you can squeeze past, if there's no spore crawlers, you can try and poke away out with Liberators.
Nice Overlord positioning here. Prevents the sneak by. Gonna run in for it here. Also gets to scout the Spire and the Baliness, so he knows he's up against a Lingbane Yuta style here quite quickly. Good to know that that is the case this early on in the game. Continuing, he might be able to get a really big hit with this Widowmine here.
Oh, 7 kills. That's pretty good.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Very nicely done. And kills the Spire. Oh, you can't ask for anything better out of that initial drop. That initial pressure.
So not only that, but all the queens have now been pulled down to the natural as the Liberator is about to come in towards the main. Okay, they're starting to move back now. Close.
Yeah, not bad. It's a good idea, good setup. Very, very conservative placement here for this Liberator. Wants to keep it out of range as much as possible. Lings, you're not going to do anything. Time to get out of there.
Yeah, 4 kills already. Seither comes back in. Gets a nice deployment spot as well. The spawning pool makes it a little harder there. Queens, transfuse.
Ooh.
Nice, that's how he's going to have to take it out. Whoa.
Look at that.
Just close.
Almost. One more transfuse. He had the energy. Would have actually made that play happen.
Yeah.
In the
Meanwhile,
meantime, though.
4 drones have been killed down at the third base and an Overlord.
Wow.
Yeah, Seither is just pulling his opponent past.
Nice positioning. And gets out with the Widow Mine that has 7
Oh,
kills.
does he though?
The hero Widow Mine. Oh.
Yeah, Seither's
home.
just been on point.
He's going to have a victor's banquet, I think, when he gets back there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like things are looking really nice here. Look at this. I love the building placement too. Look at the structure, just like perfect squares everywhere. Just this is the production line of the factories and all that. And nice big push coming in the front. Really going to capitalize on the fact that this Zerg has been hurting in economy pretty hard for a while.
Yeah.
Baneling speed though looks like it's gonna finish in time for this fight. The problem is the Baneling count is none. And the Zergling count is already 10. So we're going to morph all of the Banelings that he possibly can, leaving a couple Lings as they hatch out here. And looks like he's going to be able to get a couple of free kills for those Banelings. Nice stutter stepping. Oh, that last Baneling so critical.
Splits.
Nicely
It's a
done.
decent hit. More Banelings roll in on creep, and those are the hits he was looking for. Manages to clean up all the Marines, and Mutas can chase down this medevac here as well. So very close. Skin of his teeth, but does make the hold there. SteAdfaSt, but
3 turrets immediately dropping down here. But there's not a
Banes.
whole lot of army to defend this front area. Mostly Banes and just a few Mutas. So depending on these Widowmine hits, this could be a very nice defense, very easy defense, or it could be very difficult.
But Seither
24 Lings on the
doesn't
way.
have them deployed. These Widowmines are just sitting around, and
He might get caught off guard.
Yeah, he could well do. If SteAdfaSt just rolls in, yeah, the Widowmines, the Banelings take them all out. No, one of them gets taken out. The last final one before it makes a detonation. The Baneling's going to roll in towards the mineral line. All the SCVs getting pulled, and a couple good hits there. A lot of SCVs go down. 6 SCVs go down, and it looks like Seither will finally be able to push it off. But yeah, pretty decent attack there by SteAdfaSt.
Yeah, and really nice defense by Seither, only losing 9 workers that entire attack. That's fantastic. A lot of the Banelings did go off on that missile turret, which helped him out quite a bit. So sort of using that as a blocker, running around. And yeah, it's interesting because Banelings don't automatically target structures. If you have them on attack move, they'll move past. You have to enable the structure attack. So unlikely that was enabled, so I wonder if he was very intentionally kind of pulling that off. Couple Liberators can be very scary. Even just 2.
For sure.
Make a big, big difference here when you're dealing with Mutalisks. Anti-air capabilities are just the Mutalisk. Nice little split ups over here. And he's going to be taking down, pushing forward here into this base. 3 base versus 3 base here. Very nice position for the Terran. He's way up on economy. Zerg has been stuck on a low drone count for such a long time now.
Yeah, it's been difficult for him to recover. He actually made quite a heavy commitment into that attack. Like, it would have been a great attack on even economy, but having taken so much down from Seither, he really needed more than just 9 SCV kills to kind of put himself back into normal position. If we look back at this third base, still only 5 drones on it. The other 2 bases aren't even on full saturation either, so it's really basically only 2 base economy for SteAdfaSt at this point. Whereas Seither, full 3 bases with mules. This is a nice little flank around by SteAdfaSt though, and pretty much the best engagement he could hope for, but it still looks like it's not quite enough. Thors and Liberators, oh, the last parting shots. GG.
Well played from Seither. I gotta say that defense of the counterattack.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Laralac Crest is the map. Up here in the top left-hand corner, we got the Dust Gaming Blue Zerg, SteAdfaSt.
And his opponent. Spawning in the bottom right, cross positions on Larilat Crest, we have the Orange Terran, Frenetic Arrays, Seither.
Indeed.
Right.
If he manages to win this match, he'll be back up against Panda Bearmate, a player who he played in his first match of this group. And he wasn't quite able to make it work, but it was a very, very close series. So Seither definitely has a possibility of making out of this group. SteAdfaSt, though, you were saying at the start you were hoping to see some TvZ, and now we've just got one result to make it happen, which is SteAdfaSt taking the win. Yeah.
Love me some ZVZ. Lots of fun, action-packed stuff. But getting on to right now, one of those things about being where I am, etc. We've got same sort of basic setup initially from SteAdfaSt here. Now moving into a third too quickly. Reaper expand from Seither with that lovely building placement that allows him to go ahead and get that add-on without worry. One of those fortunate things spawning in this position as a Terran player. Just gonna get that one Reaper for scouting, etc. And moving pretty forward quickly into economy and tech. Going to go ahead and get that factory up and starting a second gas.
No early scouts too much out of either player. Seither with the Reaper is going to be looking around and will find SteAdfaSt in cross positions, whereas SteAdfaSt is looking with his initial couple of overlords, and by now we'll realize that Seither is in cross positions as well. This Reaper comes in. Could have actually been trapped by the drone. SteAdfaSt was a little too late on that. Could have been a really great result for him, but so far he's actually. Oh wow! He actually does lose the Reaper.
Loses the Reaper.
That's painful. He didn't even get to see inside the main base, so he's got no idea about the gas timings, no idea about the pool timing.
Yeah. No workers killed, and like I think one of the biggest things about this is the Zerg can drone up really hard and be really comfortable. Look at this, moving right out to the third, can be able to take that third. No worry of getting harassed or bothered in any way at all. And more importantly, no scout on it. So at this point, Seither has no idea if this is a 2-base roach play or if it's a fast third or, or is a 2-base muta play. It could be anything at this point in time. So being left in the dark, one of those unfortunate situations. Sometimes you can scan your way out of it, but it's a very expensive and costly thing to do, especially at this beginning stage of the game where every mineral counts so much.
Yeah. One other thing to note as well, SteAdfaSt didn't lose even a single ling on this. So his
or a drone.
Lost nothing. So his small amount of ling pressure in here is going to be that much stronger. A bunk with only a single marine in is going to kill these lings very, very slowly, and these SCVs are going to basically just have to run for the hills. SteAdfaSt takes out 2 SCVs for 1 ling. That is a trade I will take any day of the week.
Absolutely. And I think it's one of those moments where it's like, oh my god, it's a bunker. It's like, no, it's just 1 marine in the bunker. It's like, that didn't do so much damage. He's just hanging out right here, waiting for one of those SCVs to get out of position. Look at this. So frustrating for Seither. And in the meantime, creep moving across the map. Third base is being taken. Drones, upgrades, all the things a good Zerg needs to make a victory happen. Gonna move up here real quick. Take a look. He's gonna be able to see the production setup for the Terran as well as a tank. So always very nice. Didn't get to see if the starport had an add-on or not, but you can go ahead and guess based on the time. We do have an initial Liberator. We had the Pult Viking in days of old, and now we just have a Liberator. I don't know if we call it the Pult Liberator because, at this point in time, it's just transformed, It's sort of like you evolve. It's like a Pokemon at this point in time. The Viking has evolved into. Wow.
Nice. Another great defense by SteAdfaSt there. And just last
SteAdfaSt taking no damage this game.
Oh no! Oof. That was a beefy win one hit. Could have been worse though. Better go off on those lings than on drones, I guess.
Yeah, only two drones lost by both players actually this game. 2 workers lost total. Bit of oversaturation in the natural. Dealing with that Liberator, gonna be tough. Gonna have to secure this so you can get that economy. Make use of all these drones that he's droned up into.
Liberator flies around, looks for another angle. Looks like it's gonna go all the way across the map and try and find a way in towards the natural. There is a Spore Crawler there that can reposition, follow that Liberator around. Seither has to skirt around the edge of creep as well to avoid the vision. But looks like he'll make the journey. A long march. And this time, SteAdfaSt is looking in a much better position in the upgrade game, getting those +1/+1 down pretty quickly. And as Lair finishes up, he can start +2/+2. Though he might opt for Spire instead, or even at the same time. We'll see.
Yep, and Liberator not making any big moves just yet. Spire coming down, as well as the Baneling Nest. A little bit late on the Baneling Nest, but cross positions. Don't have to worry too much about the aggression. You hope that centrifugal hooks will come in time for the main engagement, which makes the biggest of differences. Creep spread continuing to move out here. And we have a bit of aggression here from Seither, moving out with a double drop.
Yeah, and we'll see how much damage he can get done with this. SteAdfaSt has, he's got a decent number of Spore Crawlers, but I feel they're in really kind of weird positions. Neither of them prevent drops coming in. They're on pretty much the opposite sides of the hatcheries to do that. This fourth base from SteAdfaSt, there's nothing anywhere near it. So it looks like Seither just going to unload out of vision. And
he's going to lose his Liberator.
Oh, that stings.
Yeah, I think he queued it up, wasn't looking at it, but he's going to get a snipe on this.
It's pretty good.
Base. Nice cancel. Gets the drone as well, so.
Ooh,
all the active tumors. All the active tumors on this side of the map. And some of the inactive ones as well. Wow, look at that. That's a great value out of that drop there. Well done.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was looking for when he moved out with that. He was like, yeah, you know what? I've got a mission. I'm going to get this base. Did it. Thought, you know what? Yeah, let's see what else I can do. Found a bunch of active tumors, but SteAdfaSt is on top of respreading his creep and gets it straight back up with a bunch of energy on these greens. Very nice.
And he's got two drops. He's got a drop on one side, a double drop on the other side, so he's ready to move in. The problem is that leaves a lot of his army supply away from home. We got a big frontal attack coming from the Zerg.
Yeah, this could get pretty scary. SteAdfaSt has Baneling speed just about to finish up, but he has to move back to try and defend this fourth base.
Oh, nicely done.
Oh man, Seither could even try and move in and snipe the third while the armies are away, but nah, speeding's on creep, just a bit too fast.
Ooh, a little bit late on the pickup here. Does manage to get almost all of those Marines out, but the main thing, I think, is delaying this push so much. Nice setup, was ready for it, moved in at the right time, delayed that big attack that was coming in, but now he's going to go home. That Mutalisk count is getting really high. Looks like he's going to keep one drop out on the map on the right side and one drop on the left side.
Yeah, makes sense. He doesn't want to overcommit too much army supply to being out there on the map, and especially now Mutalisk have hit the field. He just dodges them.
Oh my god.
Did the Link see that? I don't know.
Look at this play. He is just absolutely controlling this right now. Giant Zerg army running all around the map looking for two drop ships. Fantastic.
Yeah, straight past that Spore Crawler. Gonna go on into the main base at the same time. Drops in the natural as well. This Spore Crawler hasn't been repositioned. Seither's gonna pretty much unload all these Marines. Easy peasy, but actually Seither's out on the map now.
On the creep here. Gotta be careful with this. This main engagement, I mean, sure, he's doing great harass back at home. The spawning pool looks like it's going down. 13 drones as well, but this forward attack is looking deadly. He could come through with a crushing blow here, and he might even have to. With 16 drones down, many of them not mining, he's going to have to get some damage done right now with this. Oh my god! Ooh,
that was close.
Just barely avoiding a lot of hits with these Widow Mines. Could have been a lot worse. Most of the Banelings surviving and moving through the... oh my god, lots of splitting going on. Excellent defense by Seither so far. And it looks like that is a complete defense. SteAdfaSt is having to regroup here.
Yeah, a bunch of Widow Mines out in the middle of the map. The Mutalisks are alone.
Oh no, all
Marines.
these Mutalisks!
Terrible news. They're all going to go down. SteAdfaSt just has a bunch of Lings with no support. There's no way they're going to take out this bio. 2-2 bio versus 2-2 Lings is, I mean,
Zerg always on the way as well. Yeah, that's it. GG, well played.